What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am Patriotic, and I just wanted to talk about this whole Trump and DeSantis real quick. Just do a quick video on it, just because I've been seeing a lot of different posts recently. It's been going on for a while now, probably the past year, if not more, but I think just more so in the last few weeks, especially the last few days, I'd say, from what I'm seeing personally, is it's getting crazy with this whole Trump for DeSantis thing, and the left loves it. I've already read tons of articles where they're just eating into it. You know, Trump's saying this about DeSantis. DeSantis says this about Trump. You know, do they really hate each other? Anonymous sources behind closed doors, they're saying this about him, and it's all this like hearsay crap. Trump saying bad things about DeSantis and vice versa. The left knows what they're doing. I mean, we've already had factions within the Republican Party. You got the diddlers and the Lincoln Project and the rhinos. Then you got the Trump people, and now you got the MAGA people separated from the DeSantis people. If they create any more factions with our party, we're never going to win another election. Which is why the left's pushing all these articles, and we're going to see more of this come out in the next few years, especially as we get closer to 2024. To try to separate us more, and it's going to work if we let them. It's a shame a lot of people are buying into it, but look at this article real quick. What I already found. There's a lot of leftist articles. There's so many of them, and it's like I find a new one every day. I link all my sources in the description below, so you can go read them for yourselves. But Trump dogs Dole DeSantis ahead of potential 2024 matchup. Donald Trump is trashing Ron DeSantis in private as an ingrate with a dull personality and no realistic chance of beating him in a 2024 showdown. According to sources who have talked to Trump, why it matters: the two are among the most popular Republicans in the country, and as a former president eyes another run in 2024, he's irked DeSantis' popularity and refusal to rule out running against him. DeSantis is a favorite Republican voter among the voters when pollsters remove Trump from the equation. The governor also hasn't been beyond tweaking his fellow Floridian. DeSantis on the Ruthless podcast said one of his biggest regrets was not speaking out more in March 2020 against Trump on his slow the spread stay-at-home initiative. I think in retrospect, everybody feels that way. Looking back on it, there's so much I would have done differently and said differently. I think there's so many politicians that see it that way. Things were all over the place then. Before, that was back when, people on the left were saying Republicans are making it up. It's not a big deal. You had Pelosi saying, everybody come out the Chinatown and get some dim sum. I don't know what Trump's talking about. And he had all these leftist politicians. It's probably gone now, but it was on YouTube, a good montage of Democrat after Democrat after Democrat saying it's not a big deal, it's overblown. And then Trump's kind of like, well, I'm hearing otherwise. Maybe we should kind of, start doing something about it. And everyone I know at first, like at least a lot of the conservatives, including myself, were the ones crazy about the mask and all that. It swapped somewhere. It swapped when they knew they could use it politically, and then the fake news kicked in with the propaganda, and so many people bought it. It's a sad thing to see, man. But I know I was crazy. I was one of those crazy mask wearers. I have a mask selfie. It's really horrible. I hate looking at it, but I can't delete it because I don't delete things, man. I'm like, I did that. I uploaded a mask selfie. I suck. I was always a germaphobe all my life, and it just I think I just got burned out from COVID because when COVID hit, I went nuts. I mean, I'm wearing gloves out. I'm wearing mask. And I was one of those people who got mad at other people for not wearing masks. I was one of those, like, if everyone would just listen and all that, we can get back to normal. I was crazy, I'll admit that. But then I started paying attention a little bit more and doing my research, which you're not supposed to do. What was that? CNN saying how dangerous it is to do your own research. God forbid you have an own opinion. You guys are supposed to listen to us and follow us like sheep, you idiots. And just seeing all the contradictions between Fauci and all this and flip-flopping. I'm not going to get into it right now, but maybe I'll do a video on that, getting more in depth of my view on it. Because I think it's really interesting to have someone like me, Trump supporter, conservative, who during COVID time, you would probably think I was a leftist at this point, with how crazy I was with COVID. But I changed. I paid attention. I did my research, and it changed my mind completely about everything. And now I live my life like normal, I'll go out with friends and family, restaurants, movies, just live my life like normal. Don't worry about it. Just got to get back to normal life. The context of 2024 election, DeSantis, he usually gives DeSantis a pop in the nose in the middle of that type of... That's a weird saying, a pop in the nose. Is that a real saying? Bop on the nose. No, that bop on the nose is like, I don't think... DeSantis, boop. All right, yeah, that'd be a little gay. A source who recently spoke to Trump. See, that's what I'm saying. It's always these sources. You know, they want to be anonymous. I just don't trust that behind closed doors. Can't name our sources, but trust that it's all hearsay. The source said Trump makes a point of saying he isn't worried about the Floridian governor as a potential 2024 rival, Florida governor. Yeah, see, this is the stuff like it sounds good, you know. It's like, you know, good enough to try to divide everybody, but it doesn't really mean anything. Like, obviously, he's crushing it in the polls. Why would he be worried? If I had Trump's numbers and they asked me about it, I would say I'm not worried. It wouldn't be because I hate DeSantis or, you know, want to say anything bad about him. Just look at the polls. Why would I be worried? But they know what they're doing. He says DeSantis has no personal charisma and dull personality. He could have said that. I still don't believe it because it's anonymous sources. But, I mean, you know, DeSantis, I guess, isn't, you know, the most, you know, popping personality, especially compared to Trump, to be fair. I think he's a great governor. He's got a huge future in the GOP. You know, he's going to go down without a doubt as one of the best governors this country's ever seen. A spokesperson for Trump did not comment when presenting with the reporting. A second source who's discussed with DeSantis and Trump said the reason the former president is irritated with the popular governor is that Ron DeSantis won't say he won't run in 2024, and the others have stated pretty clearly that they won't challenge him. What others? Depends who you're talking about. Yeah, I guess they kind of get into it now with Nikki Haley. Oh, God, come on. No way. That has been the case for Kristi Noem, Marco Rubio. Little Marco. I really miss those debates. I went back and watched the first debate just for fun. Oh, my God. That was a good time. Rick Scott, Tim Scott, Josh Hawley. I don't... Or he's saying they're the ones that said they wouldn't run. I guess that's what they're saying. Trump has noticed two potential rivals who declined the role at running, which is DeSantis and Vice President Mike Pence. Mike Pence is not going to win. At least DeSantis has like a little bit of a chance. Still not much. He's getting crushed in the polls compared to Trump, but Mike Pence, what is he thinking? He has no chance. My God, Trump would eat him alive. Mike Pence is just he's too nice of a guy to deal with the crazy media. He won't be able to hack it like Trump did. And what kind of voter base is he going after? Maybe like the super evangelical Christians, I guess. He could get some other, but he's not going to win. I really hope all these people do run because I would love to see the debates. I feel like it'd be, you know, like good old times. Trump seems less bothered by Pence than DeSantis. See, it's like all hearsay and speculation and all that. We don't really know. Again, that's what I don't like about these like behind closed doors, anonymous sources. He thinks Pence's future in the GOP politics is over after he abided by the Constitution and refused to. Yeah, I mean, whether you agree with that or not, I mean, it is true. He's not. I mean, where's he going to get elected? You know, what's he? He's done. You know. Secretary Mike Pompeo, he'll definitely lose. He's not. There's nothing like exciting about him, or you know, he seems like a good guy and all, but no. Senator Ted Cruz, not if that remark he made, and Tom Cotton, and then you got people like Wendy Rogers not helping with Trump would mop the floor with DeSantis in 2024. Like, yeah, he would probably, according to the polls, pretty much every single poll I've seen, Trump has a very handsome lead. He's crushing it. But wording it like this is just going to piss people off. It's going to divide us more. This is what the left wants, and it's going to work. So he needs to get with Trump now, or he's going to be Benedict Arnold. You don't have to go there, you know. It's, you know, yeah, if Trump was the nominee and DeSantis starts speaking out saying, you know, I'm going to become a never-Trumper and go after him, then that's not going to bode well for DeSantis, and I wouldn't really respect him for it. But, I mean, whoever's the nominee, I would vote for, either one. It's got to be Trump. Like, look at these polls here. Trump 55, DeSantis 20, Pence. Wow, Pence is how does he even have that? Got DeSantis 30%, 18% for Pence if Trump's not in there, 10% for Cruz, Trump Jr. That would be I like Trump Jr., but I don't know president. Haley, Rubio, Romney. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! I would love to just see Romney and Cheney run. I hope they run. I pray they run. I want to see a debate with them two on the stage with Trump. Oh my God, they'd be the most entertaining debates ever. I really hope we see something like that. But yeah, look at all these polls. I mean, I'll link everything in the description. Even without Trump, DeSantis really isn't, quote unquote, crushing it the way Trump is. If Trump runs, he's 100% getting the nominee. I like DeSantis. I hope Trump runs again. I thought, there was a lot I disagree with him. There's a lot of things he said where I'm just like, I can't get behind that. But overall, he was a great president. America was better under Trump. He one thing above all else that he did that I thought was so important that no other conservative could do in history was wake conservatives up. Conservatives are now speaking out more so than ever before, running for local office, getting involved in their parent-teacher conferences and all that, the board meetings. We're seeing fighters. We're seeing people stand up and actually fight for their rights for once and speak out and be more vocal, and that's because of Trump. He got them out of, because before Trump, people on the right were really, like, comatose. They were almost non-existent. It was I was even surprised we won any elections at all. But now we're, for a while it was like, I think it was Dennis Prager always said, he always said we're in a civil war, but only one side's fighting. And that changed. I think that's why politics have gotten so hostile and tribal now, because the people on the right started speaking out and the left's just kind of like, what the hell? We never had any opposition, not at IRL or on the internet. And now we're getting all this blowback. We're getting people speaking up, and it's crazy. And they don't know how to deal with it, so then that creates more people shouting louder and louder, and it's getting crazier, more tribalistic, which is not a good thing, but it's especially not a good thing when we're getting tribalistic within our own parties. And, say you want about Democrats, but in the end, when, push comes to shove, when they have to win elections, they stay united. Republicans, not so much. We already have the Never Trumpers and the, like I said, the diddlers and the Lincoln Project and all them breaking apart from the Republican Party a little bit, and then we're going to have Trump and DeSantis breaking. We're having all these different factions. Is going to hurt us in the polls. People just need to be like, look, whoever's the nominee is the nominee. Stop getting so tribalistic about it. You want to say why you like Trump or why you like DeSantis or why you like this other pick, that's fine, but saying like, my dad's going to beat up your dad type mentality, it's not going to do well. It's going to make people more hostile, more tribalistic, and we're going to lose. It's not a good thing. What do you guys, I definitely went a little bit longer on this video than I planned, but I link all my sources below, all my social media, all that you can find in the description below. If you guys would be so kind to support the channel and slap that like button and slap that subscribe button, it does help out the channel a lot. I mean that sincerely. Thank you guys so much. And I'll be having more, a lot of people have been asking me, like, where are your reaction videos, man? You're getting all newsy, man. What's all this news? I do have reaction videos coming on the way. We do have a new Tom McDonald video dropping this Friday, so I'm going to react to that. And we're going to do some more video game stuff. I know I made a separate channel. I haven't really done anything with it at all. We're going to do more live streams and more video game, movie reviews, TV show reviews, kind of talk, non-political stuff. The best we can. I mean, movies are getting so woke now these days, it's hard to avoid politics even in that. Anyways, guys, that will do it for me. I appreciate gays. Wow. I do appreciate the gays watching and the straights watching. No matter where you are, I appreciate you, man. Especially the gays, extra points. Now, that's pandering. I take those points back. Equal across the board. Equality. And I will see you guys next time. God bless, and peace.